bacteria. It will latch actually in the intestinal walls of the worm. So there, if you got infected with schistosoma at worst case scenario, you can be also infected with salmonellosis, or they call it not necessarily typhoid fever or salmonella typhi. And co-infection will also exist because this. Remember that this involves hepatosplenic schistosomiasis. It may exist as an infection with hepatitis B and C. So imagine that, 2 diseases at one host. And obviously, a heavy infection, this will indicate cancer, especially if the egg burden is already heavy. For example, squamous metaplasia or carcinoma in the bladder, pseudopolyps in the colon, lymphoma in the spleen, and cancer in the liver. So for the immunology, I included this. In the surface of the cell, there exists a glycoprotein which actually induces the granuloma formation of the heavy burden with actually lead to your cancer. You term that as the soluble egg antigen. And this infection can actually escape the protective effect of your immune system through its tegument. It's actually your double membrane structure that protects your parasite with the host. How can it protect? It will mask your adult worm with the host antigen, like lipids, HLA. These are actually our self-antigen, making it unrecognizable to an antibody. Let's say, for example, I am an antibody. Whatever foreign that I see, I will kill it immediately. What if that foreign thing suddenly masked it with the mask with one of my friends? Obviously, I will not kill him, making it susceptible to diseases. And also, the worm can actually attach to the FC portion of the antibody through its schistosomal complement inhibiting protein, or the SCIP, invading lysis by complement activation. So, to explain that further, this is an example of an antibody molecule. Pasensya na, pagka-connect niya. This is the FC portion, the adult worm will attach to this, and this is the complement system. This is a cascading process of body weight. Will eventually lead to cell lysis for protection. But if the worm will attach to the FC portion, this will not be induced. This will be inhibited, and the infection will persist. So how do we diagnose this disease? Well, obviously, the basic one will be the directional smear. We identify the eggs in the stool, or you can use you can perform urinalysis for hematoma infection. Remember that hematoma is specific for genitourinary schistosomiasis. So expect for hematuria or increased red blood cells in the urine. You can also use concentration techniques like FPCP or MICP. The advantage of this, the eggs will sediment, the debris of feces can be removed, and the procedure can be interrupted anytime. So if the eggs will sediment, you can actually, it will be easily recovered, and then it will be easily analyzed. And one of the important tests that can be used in diagnosing this disease is the tropics technique. I will discuss this a little later, specific procedure. So the advantage will be a quantitative test. Remember the other one, the direct fecal smear, that's only for validating or detect the eggs in the stool. But the disadvantage, it takes time because of the clearing agent. So what do you need? You need a template with a hole, a spatula, microscopic slide, wire mesh, glaze tile, and cellophane as a cover slip. Please soak in glycerol malachite solution. So the purpose of this glycerol will be your clearing agent. It will retard the dehydration of this, of the dehydration of the specimen, and the malaki will serve as a stage so that you can easily visualize the eggs. So the procedure, first, you place the template in the hole in the center of a microscope. Please use glass when you're holding this because remember you're dealing with pathogenic specimens. And place a small amount of fecal material, in this case, tile. Then press the wire mesh, remember, yung screen nyo, so that the feces will be filtered, and then you will spray this with spatula. And then once you already have the feces in the spatula, you place that in the center of the hole until completely filled. So you remove it carefully with the template so that the central of feces is left on the side, and then cover it with the piece of cellophane. And then invert it and firmly press the fecal sample against the cellophane strip or in a flat surface so that the feces will be spread evenly. And then you remove it gently, and then you can examine it under the microscope. So to calculate, to quantify this, the number of eggs that you have counted under the microscope, you will multiply this by a constant 23.25 or 24, and this will give you your eggs per gram feces. So other techniques, you can also use post-Maloney egg hatching technique. This will actually, you will only use the diluted in distilled water so that you can hatch the schistosoma eggs and transform it into a miracipia so that you can you can observe this macroscopically. You can use a watch glass or something to diagnose this disease. Obviously, in other techniques, you can also use biopsies, for example, rectal biopsy. It may show because of inflammation, eosinophilic infiltration. So histopath is actually performed here or pathological processes. And liver or the open wedge biopsy to rule out the common infections, conditions like hepatitis B or C or alcoholic cirrhosis. Remember that co-infection may exist because of these diseases. Another, you can also use ultrasound. It will only not diagnose the schistosome-induced liver disease, but also determines the grade of hepatic fibrosis. Remember, I mentioned the Zimmer's grade fibrosis a while ago. You can use ultrasound to grade it. You can also use serological tests, like for example, this one is the current one is circumoval precipitin test, where this will use actually your serum. Because remember, if you have an infection with this kind of worm, you will produce antibodies with this. So the reagent will be used will be lyophilized or freeze-dried schistosoma egg will serve as your antigen. So you will just mix the reagent with this serum on a glass slide with glass beads for space elevation, and then you will see this just with a cover slip and stand it overnight. So the positive result, you can see it is under microscope, fleb formation, for when antibodies for schistosoma are present. Forgive me, wala kasi akong picture about this kind of procedure. So to treat this disease, we can actually use 3 drugs. Praziquantel for all species, oxaliplatin for Mansoni, and metryptomine for hamatoctin. Single dose, total dose. So to prevent this, obviously we need education. We deliver education. This is a relationship about all components. You tell them na huwag silang magano nila sa tubig,